Oh, loud. That's loud.
What are you on?
I'm on the fucking apple peach.
Yeah, you know.
I find it really strong. You can have a little puff of that. I find it tickles my throat, and I always go like a little girl after. But it tastes nice.
Not a lot of flavour.
Do you not think? I think it's too flavoured.
Andrew Tate, there was a clip of him saying, You're smoking chemicals. You don't know what they are.
Yeah, I saw
Watermelon
that.
flavor. I'm like, you smoke cigars every podcast.
Yeah. I saw that, and if anything, it just made me want to vape more.
A cigar's like 50 fags.
Yeah, famously, that's
you can't even inhale a cigar
because it would
kill you like that.
Yeah, like 2 packs of fags just in you.
Yeah,
that's why I don't smoke cigars, because I am terrified that I'll just inhale, and then in my brain genuinely be like, well, that's 10 years off my life.
Right. You think from one inhale.
Oh no!
Yeah, that's it.
That's a year gone.
I can't stop doing it.
A year gone. So yeah, cigars. I'm always just like.
Yeah,
like it's just,
yeah,
and then I'm like, that's not cool.
Yeah.
That's not cool. Do you remember when you were learning how to smoke? And maybe this is just me, but I always really cared about how I held it. It was important to me how I held it.
I think, as a
am I holding it right?
Teenager,
am I holding it right?
You're conscious of everything.
Yeah.
Because the thing with kids is they're fucking
anything,
savage.
You'll fucking get you
the
on
second
anything.
you do anything wrong, and I've never really grown out of that.
Yeah.
Dishing it and receiving.
Yeah. If
I'm
someone, a letter off, that's your fucking nickname forever now. If you fuck up in any regard. See, I was always like, am I holding it right? I always used to ask people, how am I holding that? When you look at me holding that, do you go, that's right? Or do you go, that's wrong?
It's funny because I did think that, but I hold my pencil very weird.
You do hold a pen and a pencil very, very weird.
Yeah. To the point where people won't just let me away with holding it. They've got to comment.
Yeah. Oh,
when I'm holding it, people are like, what are you doing?
Do you know the word I'd use to describe the way you hold a pen?
Please do.
Janky.
Janky's not bad.
It's janky.
I mean, it's not good for the audio listeners.
You hold
but I think
pen
I've got
all
a pen.
janky.
I've got a pen somewhere.
Yeah, get it on the fucking YouTube so the creeps can see. I've got a story, by the way, that happened today, and as it was happening, I went, I think Walk can have a field day with this for so many levels.
Don't have a pen.
Fuck it.
Never mind.
Fuck it.
It's an audio first, I think, this podcast.
Well, first things first, I just want the listeners to know I'm drinking my father's Double Dragon Ale.
I was going to say, because I thought you're a dark fruits man in my head.
Yeah, I am.
And
this is not.
I went, that's a very dark fruit. That.
I'm gonna be very honest with you, Gareth. Not my cup of tea. This at all.
No.
I'm actually actively hating it.
Yeah, I don't think you're an ale guy.
But I'm not. It's actually horrible. I don't know how anyone can enjoy this sort of stuff. But because Wales playing in today, I'm doing it. I'm getting pissed and I'm being Welsh.
We're recording on the day of Wales England. It kicks
Countdown
off
within the hour.
35 minutes.
So yeah.
So it's going to be a short pod.
Quick one. Quick one today. Right, but
and I need to go to a gig as well.
Yes. Yeah, you're
we'll not just put the
working.
blame on you.
Yeah. Well, thank you for that, mate.
You're welcome.
So today, now I think you'll have a field day with this.
Yeah.
Me and Ailey were lying in bed. I feel like this is quite universal, but if it's not, I'm going to look like a big old freak.
Okay.
Do you and Laura ever not play dead, but play I'm dying, here are my last words?
No, we do a weird game similar though.
Right, okay.
It's going to sound awful. We play a game called Floppy Man. Where I just flop like a Toy Story,
right. Andy's walked back in the room.
Kids have walked in the room. I just flop, and then I'll be like, "You've got to move me, Floppy Man," and she's got to try and get me places.
Great, that's great. You got to get me to the couch.
It's funny. Sometimes if we're in a rush somewhere and we're trying to get ready, I'll just go Floppy Man.
So funny.
And
I love that.
What are you doing?
This is a really inconvenient.
And she's trying to put my jacket on and stuff.
Has she ever floppy manned?
Yeah.
Phenomenal. I love that. And then because sometimes
it's been a while since we've done it.
I've got to get to this gig. Mum, floppy.
Yeah. Too bad Floppy Man's here.
So today we were just lying in bed, and I just started. I hadn't said anything for like 5 minutes, so I just went, fucking play a funny little game of what your last words would be. That'll be a laugh. So I just turned and went, Ailey, my love.
My love.
I want you to know something.
Don't move on.
Well, fucking hilarious that you said that. Genuine, fucking hilarious you said that. I went, if I go now, I want you to find love again.
All right.
Because you deserve love. And you will be my forever. And immediately Ailey went, if I die, you fucking die alone. You don't fucking find anybody. She went straight to it. And I went, Fucking brutal that, actually. I've just wished you to find love again after me. She's like, not me. You love after me. You're a cunt. Fuck you.
Right.
You die alone.
What if she dies like, God forbid?
Tomorrow.
No.
She would want that to be my... She would not want me to find love again.
How old are you for the listeners?
28.
28. So you'd be alone for at least
15
22
years.
yeah, same joke. God, yeah, that's horrible.
It was harrowing.
Yeah.
Because I'm departing Earth playfully. And she went straight to very real.
Yeah.
Okay, that's nice for me. That's not your deal.
Okay. So she doesn't want you to move on.
No.
You want her to move on. Obviously, everyone's different and stuff. Depends on your age, circumstances, all that. But were you to die, what do you think is the right amount of time for her to wait before moving on?
Honestly, mate, 2 months.
2 months?
Yeah.
That's not long enough.
I'd say 2 months.
That's barely over the deaths of childhood pets in 2 months.
4 months?
All right, well, it's
5
double.
months?
It's double, but I still think it's great.
I think if you wait a year, you're totally in the clear, is what I'm saying. But it also depends who it is. If you're just if you're on Tinder within 2 months and that's a bit much. But if you meet someone and you actually fucking have those feelings within 2 months, go for it.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Okay, so Patton Oswalt, you think, did nothing really that wrong.
What did Patton Oswalt do?
Well, Patton Oswalt's wife died and they had children. And by all accounts, they were very much in love. And I believe that. I believe he was very much in love with this woman.
Yeah.
But he did move on very quick.
Really?
Very quick. He was married within a year.
Married within a year?
Yeah.
That's actually a bit much.
And everyone at the time was like, that seems a little... Obviously, good for you. Happy for you. Nice that you've moved on from the tragedy.
No, you're right. Now that I know about it being a real thing, getting married within a year... Any stipulation is a bit fucking quick off the gas.
11 years, me and Laura.
Yeah, well, fucking fair play. Like, I always thought me and Ailey were quite quick, and we were like 2.5 years, and I thought that was quite quick.
That is quite quick.
And I remember thinking,
there's no right answer, though.
I don't think there is. Because like my mum and dad were about that, and then Ailey's boss was like, Jesus Christ, you guys are fucking slow, huh? If you know, you know. Why the fuck have you been waiting for?
What?
She was like married with kid within a year.
I hate that. If you know, you know. It's different circumstances for everyone.
Yeah, I think that is the truth. It is different circumstances.
Yeah.
If you know, you know.
Did I tell you what Laura's dad said about our pregnancy?
No.
He was asking about the baby's second name.
Yeah.
Which I think is fair.
Totally.
Because we have different second names.
Yep.
And we've talked about it a fair bit. We're not 100% sure.
You're going to barrel it.
We're not going to barrel it because nobody sound has a barreled second name. Anyone I've met with a double-barreled name is an arsehole, apart from CMB. Very nice man.
Yeah.
It's the only one. It's the one instance where
and it goes with the song really well. CMB.
And also, yeah, that's fine. But like, his name is very long.
Too long.
He'll
tell you that.
Like, because a lot of comedy clubs. So Christopher MacArthur Boyd, for anyone that doesn't know,
even hearing you say it lasted forever.
Yeah.
I was like, get to the end of the name.
Yeah, CMB as we call him. Excellent comedian from Scotland.
Yeah.
That's his name. A lot of comedy clubs use chalkboards.
Yeah.
To advertise the lineup. I reckon if I'm on the shift in the comedy club, and Christopher MacArthur Boyd is on the next night, and I've got to write that up, I'd be going, Jesus, because I mean, you've only got a certain amount of space. You know, like when you were a kid, you've got to try and make it fit, and then you've got to get the right size. Yeah. It's crazy.
Yeah, if you start with a really overzealous C, and you're like,
you're in trouble straight away.
Fuck myself.
Yeah.
But yeah,
and you wouldn't really realise until you're like halfway through MacArthur, and then you're like, well, that's just fucking loads of letters. We're gonna have to start all over.
I've seen that on chalkboards as well. It's like, like fucking Gareth Waugh, Bruce Devlin, Christopher MacArthur. There's no space in. Tickets, £2 at the bottom, and like fucking
they've reduced the price.
Tiniest,
reduced the price because it's too long.
Because you can't see it.
Unfortunate chalkboard. It sounds alright.
But so Laura's dad asked what the name of the baba.
He asked what the name was, and Laura says, we think we're going to go with Waugh, and maybe have her second name as like a middle name.
Yeah.
Sort of thing. Not hyphenated, but like it's a middle name, sort of. Anyway. Yeah. So it's in there. And he said to Laura, why doesn't Gareth do the honourable thing? Wow. I wasn't around for this, right? Wow. And I mean, fair play. My dad said the same thing. He was like, so you're going to get married? And I was like, I don't know.
It's old school though, isn't it? It's old
they
school.
They want to know. So Laura said, Well, even if we were to get married, I don't know that I would take Gareth's second name because it's shit. I don't want to be Laura Waugh.
Yeah.
It's not great, I suppose.
You and me both have this, I'm guessing. Do you like Waugh?
I like Waugh.
You like Waugh. See, I hate Mutch.
You do?
Yeah. I'm going to keep it as my strange name. But that is, again, a big reason why I'm wanting to fucking lob it for the wedding. It's the perfect opportunity.
Yeah.
And it's hilarious because Ailey also, I'm not going to be Ailey Mutch. Go fuck yourself. So it's funny that Laura and Ailey both hate our surnames.
Yeah. It's quite modern, isn't it? I wouldn't like to... She was like, would you take my second name? And this is like...
Yeah.
I think I'm a very left-wing person. I think I'm very left-leaning.
I know you are.
And I try my best.
Yeah.
But there is gaps in there. And there is stuff. Like when she said, would you take my second name? I got angry.
Would I take your name?
I got physically... I was like, no!
Why? What sort of bitch do you think I am?
So I'll put on a wee apron and have my arse out for you. Coming home, greet you with a martini. No! And I went, whoa, that's bad.
Chance, woman. Oh,
but I was like, oh God, that's bad that that's in there. That's going to be, I reckon that might be the thing that the kids look back on and going, oh, you were very old-fashioned.
I think it will be. But that also bothers me as well.
And back in my day, we didn't do that.
I'm going to say this because Laura's father is so out with of my life that I feel safe to say this. The way he was speaking to you there was like you're a fucking samurai. Should he do the honourable thing?
I wasn't there.
You weren't there.
No. That would have been weird if he went, maybe you should do the honourable thing.
Yeah, to you. Like looking at you there, going,
chill out.
Why don't you do that? It's just the word honourable. I'm like, ugh.
Yeah, I guess.
Ugh.
I'm not a man of honour.
Yeah, I'm not. I'm not.
I talk about my dick on stage.
I'm a funny man.
Yeah, you think that's honourable?
Yeah, I know.
What I do?
If any comedian's honourable, I'm off him.
I need to tell you this as well.
Yes.
I went to a wedding at the weekend. Yeah.
Come on.
Because I've experienced a part of culture that I've never experienced before. I was at a wedding the other day.
Whose wedding was it, by the way? Was it? Are you allowed to say?
Yeah, I guess so.
Because I saw Sloss and Cullen were there.
Yes, they were. So our friend Rooney,
right,
who we met at the Altitude Comedy Festival.
Right.
We're friends with him and his brother Sid and his now wife Al as well. We're friends with all them. So Rooney's family are from Asia, and there's a stereotype about Asian parents, how they always want their kids to be doctors or lawyers or something like that. You know, we're aware of it.
I've heard it,
because I've heard people talk about it before.
Yeah.
I'm standing with Sid, and one of his uncles comes over, and he's like, "So, what are you, like a med student, lawyer?" And I went, "No, I'm a comedian." He went, "You're a comedian?" And Sid was like, "Oh, like, I could see him trying to diffuse the situation straight away." I went, "Yeah, I'm a comedian." And he went, "Can you earn money doing that?" And I was like, "No." Not really. I pretend, but yeah. But I was like, wow, I've never had that before. And my adopted uncle, I guess, is going, you gotta be a lawyer or a doctor.
See, what's even funnier there is because if you also spoke to like Daniel, and then he said,
well, I said to him after. So Daniel's out the way, and I said to him, something very funny happened. I just got shamed for my job.
Yeah.
From an uncle.
Yeah.
And he went, I told him, he said, can you make money doing this? He went, where is he? I'll speak to him.
Yeah.
I said, yes, please.
Because I was literally going to say, if he could fucking like pull up like the his Netflix special and be like, oh, so have you that as well? Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Sure. For sure.
Yeah.
No, but that's the reason why I always lie, or not lie, but just I always prefix if I'm meeting like a taxi driver or someone's like a barber is a good one, or like if someone's coming into the house. Any
service industry where you chat with the person.
Yes. If they go, oh, so what do you do, mate? I always go, not a real job. I always start with not a real job. I'm dicking about here. Not a real job.
So
comedian.
You're the problem.
So I get it in. Yeah. So I get it in.
No, you're the problem. You're the reason that people out there think that you can't earn a living doing stand-up because you tell them it's not a real job.
I have told a lot of people.
Then I get in that taxi and he goes, oh, comedian, that's not a real job. I held it for the guy before.
I have told a lot of people. I really have put that about. Not a real job. Can't earn any money on it. But I think it's just the same thing of like, I'd be the first one to crack a fat joke at myself just so they don't.
You get him first. You got to get him first.
Gotta get in quick. So that's why I do. I think I actually throw my hands up as well. Not a real job.
Please don't rob me.
You'd want to. I've got fuck all to give it.
I do love a wedding, but there's one thing unique to comedians at weddings, which is the best man will often apologise to me before his speech.
Yeah.
And it's so stupid. Like, it's a different thing. But the best man speech has got this reputation of being, it's the funny one. It's the one where we all have a bit of a laugh.
Yeah.
And it is treated like stand-up, really.
Yeah.
So the amount of times that the best man will come up and be like, I'm so sorry about what's going to... And like, I hope it's all right. Any tips, any advice? And they expect me to have a golden nugget where I'm like, all right, don't tell anyone I've told you. Yeah. I take it off my neck. Here's the key. Don't fucking say a word. But this will make you funny. If anyone finds out about this, we're finished.
Like the pick in Pick of Destiny. Yeah. You can't not be amazing at guitar with this pick. Yeah. If you hold this microphone, you'll just say the funniest things at every...
It happens. The devil gave me it. You shouldn't really have it, but it's fine.
That's so... But yeah, it's such a weird thing, isn't it? It's so like... Because I know my best man is cacking himself by going, how can I try and be funny in front of a room full of comedians? And I went, well, can I maybe don't then? Like, don't...
You don't have to be.
Yeah, you don't have to be. Don't be thinking... And also, it's the thought process of, oh my God, the comedians are going to be like, he thinks that's a punchline. No, like,
yeah, exactly.
Like, we're not going to give a fuck, mate.
No,
we're not going to give a fuck. If it's funny to the fuck, if you're shooting for funny, it will be funny. If you just tell a story about the fucking groom, it'll always play 9 times out of 10.
And nice, just be nice. Just got to say
but
nice
no
things.
one's expecting you to be Chappelle. No one's expecting you to rock up and change the world of comedy.
Slapping the mic on your knee. I can't do Chappelle. I was going to try that.
I was going to try, and then
I was going to try and when it's not in there.
My brain went, I think this could lead you down an offensive road. So
well, see, I don't even think it'd be offensive. It'd just be bad.
I think I would.
What do you think yours would be?
Speaking of, Chappelle!
I'd say Cat Williams.
Yeah. Here's my...
Even if your job don't require no hustle.
Here's my Obama. Chappelle!
Yeah. Now it's getting dodgy.
But
yeah, they always apologise. And it's bad. Like it's some, and like before the wedding, somebody was like, "Are you going to say anything?" I was like, "No, I'm not going to say anything." I did get a mention in one of the speeches.
I honestly feel like that is the most.
I
am the main character in my life. Do you know what that moment feels like to me? Do you know when you're watching like an award show?
Yeah.
And the host will do like a little joke about someone in the audience, and then the camera pans to them, and they're.
I know.
That's what that moment feels like to me. If you're mentioned in a wedding speech and there's fucking like 300 people or whatever, or like 150 people in this room, and then you get mentioned, you feel heads come around.
Yeah.
You have to throw a little...
I know it's their day, but come on. I am here.
I love that. But that moment is like, yeah, no, I am the main character in my fucking bullshit. I am so keen to all of your lives.
I seen a great TikTok the other day where the guy said, "You are the main character, just so you know. You are..."
Gareth Waugh.
Yeah. And I was like, what? But he said, you can say anything to anyone and they'll react. He's like, they're all NPCs. You can bug them out. So then he walks into a shop with some coupons and he goes, "Hey, just here to drop off my coupons, get the bread." And the person's like, yeah. And he goes, "You heard the big news?" And they go, "No." And he goes, "Danny DeVito, OnlyFans. Worth it." But he's on OnlyFans as well. And the person's like, "No way." He's like, "Yes way. $5. I'm telling you, best $5 ever spent. All right, goodbye." And he walks out and he goes, "I didn't even put any coupons down." So it's crazy. You can say whatever you want and people just...
That's fucking amazing.
I loved it.
That is great.
And I went, oh no, we're in a simulation.
We are in a simulation. So can I take you to a moment that I had weekend just gone?
Yes.
I think it would have been Friday or Thursday, maybe even evening. It was after the Leicester Square show.
Have you been weeping? What's going on?
I've been laughing a lot.
Oh, right. Okay.
I
just saw a little wet.
Oh, no, I do.
eye.
I cry when I laugh. Loads.
Yeah.
I'll wipe the tear. So we're at this gay bar post-show.
Who's we?
Me, Tom's Wrigglesworth. Shout out Tom Wrigglesworth.
I've seen Tom at the weekend, weirdly.
Really?
Yeah.
At the Comedy Store?
Yeah.
Yeah. So on the Thursday, he hosted the Comedy Store and then he came over to meet us after Leicester Square. Were you in London?
Yeah, I was in London this weekend.
We should have fucking convened.
That's crazy.
That is actually
I was doing gigs in Windsor.
Yeah.
And I went back to the Comedy Store because Cullen was on the Saturday doing his tryout.
So I would have left on by the Saturday. We drove back, but
right.
So we were Thursday, Friday at the Leicester Square Theatre.
Right,
that's crazy.
But Friday I
remember you posting saying I'm in Windsor, but I just never clocked Windsor as London.
I only thought Windsor was in London. Turns out it's not. It's outside London.
There we go. See, I thought Windsor was like somewhere else.
It's on the
like Bath.
It's like the west. It's not far from Bath.
There you go.
It's outskirts of London, so like an hour on the train.
Yeah.
But in my head, Windsor, that's where the Queen lives. Queen lives in London.
Yeah.
It's not.
Go.
It's where Legoland is.
The Queen don't live there. Not anymore.
No, the Lego Queen does.
Still does.
Yeah, it's
The Lego Queen does.
The Lego Queen's there. But I was there. God, that's crazy.
That's annoying, actually.
Yeah.
So we end up in this gay bar after
So you, Wigglesworth Tom.
Yeah, and some other people, but that was the main.
They're the main characters.
And there was this guy there called just fucking. Do you ever just meet someone, and then he was from Edinburgh, and we just got on, and I was like, God, if I wasn't straight and getting married, you would just be. Like,
Haley would not.
It was like best friend energy, but I just met this guy. I was like, you and me, we're fucking vibing, man. So this guy called Mike, shout out Mike. He was also there. And then this guy, black fella, came up to me.
There's no need for that pregnant pause after that. It's so long. You wanted me to go, cool. Cool, good. Good.
Yep.
That story needed some colour.
Black fella comes up to me, and he starts not grabbing, but playing with the beard. And keeps calling it beautiful, and I'm very complimented by that because I like people to enjoy my beard. And he said we should. He was like, "Come outside and have a cigarette with me." I was like, "Yep, clearly."
Do you smoke a real cigarette?
I was vaping.
Yeah, okay.
But Mike also came out, or I think him and Mike went out first, and then I followed them out after. But I saw Mike was like showing him his band, right?
Right.
Like on YouTube.
So Mike's in a band.
Yeah.
There's so many holes in the story.
Sorry. I know. I'm a terrible storyteller. But on stage, naturally gifted, the Scotsman, 4 stars. So he was like trying to show him this music video. And as I was entering the conversation, this is true, the black fella was just like, not shouting, but really enforcefully going, call me N-word. Call me N-word. And he was like, we have far too much power. We've given far too much power to words. And he went on this like kind of beautiful, kind of poetic point. And he just keeps saying to Mike, call me a N-word. And Mike's there going, I love the point. No, sir. No. This is not my point to say. And I was just stood there and a little bit, Jesus, he really wants him to say it.
Yeah.
And then there was a little voice in the back of my head going, what if I say it?
Yeah. Yeah.
I didn't. I absolutely didn't. Because, but I was like, see if I did. What would I just? If
only Robbie Williams was there.
I just
a little callback to episode spot.
I just need to know what would have happened next because he moved on very quickly after that. Do you
remember that? That was one of my Family Guy, which is a terrible show, but it had some really golden moments. It was like the end of the world or something, and Peter went, "I'm going to go to Harlem and say the N-word," and he comes back covered in gold and jewels and stuff, and he goes, "They made me their leader."
Because I said to Mike after, I was like, I never in my life thought that was something that I wanted or needed to say.
Yeah.
But you were given a hell of a moment there to get away with it.
Yeah.
You were. I think that was your pass, and you passed it up, and he went, yeah, it did. It didn't feel right. And I was like, no.
I don't think I would see
it
that.
It would
I
feel
agree.
minging. Being told
I've
to.
no real desire
kind
to.
of aggressively.
Yeah.
It was weird.
Say it!
He was like, honestly,
say it!
It kind of was that energy. So it wasn't like shouting. It wasn't like,
come on, say it,
and I hit you. It was say it and prove my point, and I'll probably kiss him. I would think you would kiss him if he'd said it.
Right.
But it was just such a weird moment to witness.
I've seen a few videos of that, of people trying to get people to say it.
Yeah.
And I think they would find it funny now rather than offensive.
Yeah.
Like, I think here's me speaking for all black people.
No.
I am, though.
Yeah.
But I reckon, because, like, 9/11, people make fun of all the time now. Enough time's passed. The kids are like, whatever. Who cares? I reckon maybe, and I could be wrong, that the new generation of African-American people kind of want people to say it because they'd find it funny.
Yeah, totally. It's also a big part of their culture, isn't it?
Yeah.
Like they've used it as a
I'd find it really funny if a black person said Mr. Brightside.
Yeah.
Say it!
Call me Brightside, motherfucker.
What
Call
have you
me
been coming
Brightside.
out of? Your cage? Oh, golly.
Accidentally.
Yeah. Are you feeling just fine?
You
You're going to be down because you want it.
It was only a kiss. How did it end up? Like
Come on,
Yes. Sing it with me now.
Say Sweet Caroline. Do it.
Yeah, Neil Diamond's S are more white than fucking Killers. But that was just a hilarious moment that happened. There was also a brilliant moment where me and fucking Tom's Wrigglesworth having a little dance, and he just turned to me and went, see if you were a couple of gay lads walking down the stairs, because we were like right at the door. He was like, if you were a couple of gay lads coming down here and you came into the club and we were the first two people you saw, you'd think you're in the wrong place, wouldn't you? And I was like,
that's true.
Yeah,
That's very true.
Fucking true. But yeah, weird night, but a lot of fun. And it makes it a bit more of a kick now that I could have fucking got you on the old speed dial and went, get in amongst this.
I would have loved to. I would have said the N-word immediately. I wouldn't have known that I was allowed to. I'd be like, what's up?
That's how you enter.
He's like, this guy gets it.
He's the main character.
He's Ginger.
You can say anything. You can say anything.
Just rearrange the letters. It's fine.
Nothing's going to happen to you. He's the main character. We're all NPCs.
Because we were speaking, I did a B-Tech Philosophers podcast. Shout out to them. With Michael O'Dwally and Elliot Steele.
Nice.
And we were talking about how people want to touch black people's hair. And Michael was like, is it racist if I want to touch a mohawk? And Elliot was like, yeah. And I was like, no, it's not.
No, it's not at all.
I mean, because it's just you that wants to do that, not everyone.
Yes, that's a good point.
And that's the problem.
That is a good point.
Yeah.
It's a built-in thing. That's why I was also found it refreshing that this black fella came up and just totally, there was no like, hey, may I? He just came in,
grabbed
fingers through, like lusciously. He was doing that.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, baby.
I like
fucking
it. Yeah,
really, I'm getting into it now. I could have done it once. And
you could have called him the F word. You could have filled your boots.
I really could have. That could have been the night where I just conscious clear all hate speech. Well, not all.
It's one of these things, right?
Not all.
Do you know what it's like? It's like when you don't cheat on your partner and then expect the kudos for that almost. You know, like, because you can't really be like, didn't cheat on you.
God, did I have so many chances.
What a good guy.
They were throwing themselves at me and I did nothing. Praise.
All right. Yeah.
Praise.
Come on, praise.
Yeah,
I actually didn't say that word. I was allowed to.
He totally gave me the pass and I said no. I'm going to put that on fucking Twitter so people can like me and validate me.
Yeah.
No, you're right. That is fucking exact. But it was a fun little night, man. I never would have guessed that that's where that night was ending. But
yeah,
a lot of fun. The gays fucking do it right, man. They do. They do.
And what do you mean by it?
Just happy, no threatening.
Perfect. The nights out are great.
Yeah, it totally is. It really is. There
really
was
life affirming.
Yeah, it was just such a. Because there's always sometimes like the. What am I trying to say here? Not even sometimes like physical violence, but like just aggression and drama and something fucking drunk aggro shit is always on the cards with the straights. It's always on the cards. I've never seen it.
Doesn't happen.
No, it was just from start, middle, and end.
They're kind of aggro and all that. It's all smoke and daggers. Cloak and daggers. Sorry,
Cloak and daggers.
Yeah, they'll be nice to you. Then the second you leave, you go, ugh.
Yeah. It's like that. It's like your bit / Peter K's bit where it's behind the back. Like, all right, see you later. Fucking packed into that, wasn't she? It's like that.
What happened there? My bit / Peter K's bit. Did Peter K do a bit of material like that?
Peter K does the bit about, all right, see you later, love, see you later. That fucking packed into that dress, isn't she? And you do the whisper into the glass. I wasn't saying it's a different bit. It's a different bit. I was just, it was as close a comparison as I could make.
Gotcha. I was terrified there.
It's bloody ale. I'm one ale and I'm flying. I wasn't in any way saying that.
No, it's alright. I was just panicked for a second.
Cool.
Panic.
But panic. But yeah. So Windsor. Did anything fucking happen to you in Windsor? End up in any gay clubs in Windsor?
No, I didn't. It was a lovely place, Fuzzy Bear. If you're in Windsor, go check it out. Bear. I had a great time.
Is that the comedy club?
That's the comedy club. It's a cocktail / comedy club.
Nice.
Closed it on the Saturday. First time I've been there, and they were like, "You closed," and I was like, "All right." And I had the most fun. It was so good.
Yeah.
And then I had to get back to London. And listen, I like London. I do. It pains me to say it. I think it's a great place.
I like it too.
I like hanging out. Very efficient.
It's easy to navigate.
Here's a Londoner to you, though, right? I've got to get to Windsor. All I'm saying is, I've got to get to Windsor later on. I'll probably have to leave it, and they'll go, "Oh, what you want to do is get the diddly do line up to fucking Elephant and
Victoria line, Palace. Jump off there in Randolph's Place, and then you jump on there, get the Piccadilly line,
and they love giving directions. Yeah. They love it. I'm like, shut up. Now, getting places during the day.
Getting an Uber.
Great. Getting places during the day is great. I got on the train at Windsor to go to Leicester Square, to go to the Comedy Store, to pick up Cullen, to then go to Croydon where we were staying. It took us 2 hours to get from Leicester Square to Croydon because there's no tubes on after midnight. We had to get an Uber, and Ubers don't want to pick you up.
No, they don't.
Especially there to Croydon. Like,
the amount of fucking cancelled Ubers we had on the Friday night as well was daft.
Yeah.
Daft.
They don't want to pick you up at all.
I was like, it's 2 minutes away and it's fucking... And then just, nah.
Yeah, we had that loads and we're walking in the rain. I took a bit of an edible that hit quite badly at the wrong time. At one point, Cullen's trying to get an Uber and I went to lean back on a wall that I assumed was behind me. Wasn't there. And I just went, ah! Like Del Boy. I caught myself before I fell right over, but I was like, Jesus.
So you gubbed the edible thinking you were about to be in an Uber within minutes?
Straight away, go back, chill out, have a nice time.
Because
that was my last night of
peak
partying.
Yeah.
Until baby. Because it's 4 weeks now.
Oh, yeah, this was your big fucking...
Baby can come at any moment.
Wow.
As of now.
I got a nervous itch there. I went, yes, 4 weeks.
Yeah. So that's me off all fun.
Yeah, gotta.
Because it might have to spring into action.
Drop of the hat.
Drive.
Imagine you were, oh my God, it's like a Hallmark movie. Oh my God, it's like a Hallmark movie. Imagine you were on stage and you were like killing as well. Because of course.
Yeah.
Because of course, Scathwell on stage.
Yeah, of course, yeah.
Let's keep it within the realms of possibility here. You're crushing. And then your phone, which you always put it on silent. You always put it on silent, but this day
starts playing.
You just forgot.
Let's hear those bell top ring-a-ling, ting-ting.
Is that your ringtone? Please tell me that's not your ringtone.
It is in this Hallmark movie.
Oh, right, okay, sorry. They've got the clearance for that? Fucking big budget, this Hallmark movie.
They've got a cover version.
Yeah, I was going to say, just on the fucking glockenspiel. Bling, 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 bling. Your phone goes off. Laura, it's happening. And you're like, Glasgow, I gotta go. Everyone stands up. They literally fucking, let him go. And you're...
let him go. Like one's trying to stop it. Hey, let him go.
Finish this set. And then you like run through the audience. People are fucking like patting you on the back, clapping you out. And you get in the car and you fucking drive. And it's Christmas Day somehow. I don't know.
Yeah.
The clubs wouldn't be open on Christmas Day.
They were.
Look past it. They were.
They're open.
And it's
I crashed my car and I died.
And it's fucking Jesus. And you fucking have Jesus in your arms.
All right.
Imagine.
We went different routes there.
Where did you
I died
go?
and came back as a snowman.
You died and What?
It's the plot of Jack Frost.
Is it?
Yeah, the dad dies
Never
on the
seen Jack
drive
Frost.
home. Have you not?
Never seen Jack Frost, no.
The dad dies.
I thought Jack Frost
Spoilers.
was a bad guy.
No.
He was in Santa Claus 3?
Right, well, not in this.
Okay.
Crashes his car, dies in a snowstorm, driving home for Christmas. Chris Rea.
Driving home for Christmas.
And then his kids make a snowman and it's their dad and he's like, I'm somehow the snowman. And then, that's the movie.
That is harrowing.
It's pretty sad.
That's fucked up.
Yeah.
Is that Christmassy?
What did one snowman say to the other?
Get out of here, you're racist.
Yeah. Said, say the S word. Call
Snowy.
Call me Snowy.
Do you like Christmas?
The actual joke is, can you smell carrots? I love Christmas.
So do I.
I'm not really doing it this year because the baby's on the way.
This fucking baby ruining Christmas for you.
Can't really make plans in case bloody Muggins shows up. And
imagine it as a Christmas Day baby. Would that be the good or bad?
Bad.
That day would be special, but then every other year you'd be like...
I'd feel bad for them.
Yeah, they don't really get enough shine on their birthday.
None at all, I would say. You got to eat turkey every day on your birthday.
Yeah.
No birthday cake.
Yeah, that's not good. That's not good.
You can't have a birthday cake. We're going to set the birthday cake on fire with rum.
I think any birthday, even like around Christmas, is kind of shit.
It's going to be shit.
Yeah.
If it's like the 19th, 20th.
Yeah.
Fine. Save me loads of money because they're not getting double gifts.
Yeah.
If it is like 24th, 25th, 26th even, we've decided we might do a little half birthday.
I think here's a big positive. If you're born in the Gooch period of the year.
Yes. Everyone's off.
Everyone's free in the Gooch, man.
Yeah, that's true.
Nobody's doing anything in the Gooch. So every year...
27th, 28th, not bad, yeah.
Every year your pals, whoever you wanted at that party, they're going to be available.
That's true.
Who's working the Gooch?
Yeah.
So that could be...
People should be working the Gooch.
People need to start working
PSA,
the Gooch.
you got to work the Gooch.
Guys,
don't neglect the Gooch.
Never ever neglect this gooch.
Football's kicking off in mere minutes. Let's wrap this up. Quick personal question.
Extremely personal questions.
Sorry, it's a
with
short
Gareth
episode.
Mutch.
But
And Gareth, well,
hoping that Wales win 4-0 this year.
yeah, fucking, they could, nah, I don't know. I was going to be strangely positive there. Me or you?
You go.
How were you behaving the last time others commented on your mood swings? Yeesh. What could a childhood friend of yours tell this group that would shock everyone? I will share this, the thing that would shock everyone.
Yes.
I used to play with action figures quite a lot with my next door neighbour, Michael.
You're talking what, Action Man?
No, like the first action figure that I remember like playing with, like with my next door neighbour, Michael, it was like.
Can we just say
Star
very
Wars.
quickly?
Yeah.
The Action Man is the absolute worst name for a toy ever.
Very uninspiring.
It's fucking the first idea.
Very
right,
uninspiring.
we've got this guy. He's a man. He's a bit of. He loves fucking doing stuff.
He's
a man of action, you would say. Action Man. Done. That's lunch, everyone.
Yeah.
He's a man of action. Let's call him fucking
Action Man.
Action Man. Yeah, all right.
It is very uninspiring. You're right.
Well, the Barbie's not bad. Cindy. At least they've got names.
There was like another one though.
Action Man.
There was another one. Max something. Max.
I don't know.
Yeah, I can't remember. But anyway, so the first time I remember, there probably was stuff before, but the first one I remember was we'd go to the cinema to see Star Wars. We both love Star Wars, so we'd buy our little Star Wars action figures, and then we'd like play with them.
Yeah.
But then sometimes we'd want to do other games, and they didn't make figures of them. So I remember I was like, holy shit, I've just had this fucking mastermind idea come to me.
Yeah.
Printers, baby. Printers. We can go on Google Images, type in the fucking characters or whatever, print them off, and then we'll play with we'll put them on like a bit of cardboard or whatever, we'll laminate them if we want, and we can fucking play with them. And that was such a revelation.
Yeah.
We did that forever. But then we're two fucking kids that are printing out so many fucking cutouts.
Yeah.
And we don't want our parents to know because in our head it's really embarrassing. We've found one other person in the world. This is like a little fetish to us. It's like a little hidden kink. We're like, keep this quiet from the world because no one will understand us. Like people that wanked to feet before it became popular. Do you know what I mean? That's how we felt. We found each other, luckily.
In your head, this is the plot to Brokeback Mountain.
Correct, baby. Correct. So what we used to do, which I thought was genius, was we were like, right, where would our parents never look? So we can hide these. So do you know when you used to buy like video games or like DVDs, you'd get like the little piece of paper like booklet inside the thing. We used to hide them in there. Yes. But we just kept doing this for years and years. So it was just new DVDs until one day we were like fucking hanging out with like his family, and she went, "Oh, we'll put this DVD on." And she opened up the thing and just fucking 500 fucking cutouts came pinging out. She shat herself, went, "What's this?" And me and Michael, shout out Michael, sorry if you didn't want this on record, I think he started crying with shame. I think he was just like so embarrassed.
Why were you so ashamed? What were the characters?
Okay, what you've done there is you've done a little bit of detective work, and you've asked a question that frankly I don't want to answer.
Yeah, right, well, it's the most integral part of the story, isn't
Different stuff, mate.
What sort of stuff?
Just different stuff, man.
Come on.
It depends what game we're playing.
Right. Say, for example, you're playing... what? Doctors?
What is your card say? Oh, I've shared that story.
Yes. But what were the cutouts?
Some of them, were about... there was a...
Naked women?
That would be...
No,
that would actually be less embarrassing,
right?
Than naked men. No,
yeah.
There was just like loads of like fucking Jessica Alba and stuff, and like again in like different stuff.
Right.
And so it was just
like not naked but provocative.
Provocative for sure.
Right. Different. That whole story.
Yeah.
We're thinking, he had little like green men.
I was hoping it would be embarrassing enough without the details.
It was not at all.
You are so good at that as well. You're so good at getting the fucking... You're like, we can welcome more to your team.
Well, because what you described was...
I excrete more information.
Such a normal story. We played with little cardboard cards.
Is that normal?
Fairly, I guess. Like
really?
You make toys and stuff. Like you're creative as a kid. But yeah, it was provocative. wonder
Like,
whether it was
imagine your
how much
mum-
playing was involved.
a lot of playing.
Yeah.
Just fucking debris of Alba and fucking his was Keira Knightley, but just fucking debris of
Those
them.
were the only two.
Yeah, mainly.
Right. Why did you need so many if you were just playing a little game where there were the figures?
Honestly, 500.
500.
I think. In our span, we maybe printed off like 5,000 pictures.
Shut up.
I think in our whole campaign of playing those games,
That's a lot.
I think it was 5,000. That might be lowballing it. We printed off so many.
That's
So many.
5,000 is
Print more.
unhinged.
Print more.
It's unhinged. It's like when they capture pedophiles and they're like, they had 40,000 images. You're like, that's too many.
This was another one. Ailey, why am I sharing this? You didn't even ask this, but I'm like, I'll give you more for your
Yes, please
bang
do.
for your buck. When Ailey used my, we found like the first ever iPad I ever had, and she was like, she was going through it, and she was like, why are there so many photos of this naked man? And she turned it around, and it was Dave Bautista in his little fucking wrestling tights, because when we fucking
But he
played,
wasn't naked.
no, but hot pants. All oiled up in that. It was fairly erotic.
Why would I?
Shiny thighs and all
The
that.
only times people say the word hot 3 times in a row was right there describing Dave Bautista. And in that song, feeling hot, hot, hot. Nobody has ever said hot.
That many times in
often.
succession before. If you're talking about, Batista in his hot pants.
Wow.
Or singing that song. But Ailey was so confused by it, and then I had to tell her, I used to print them off and play with them.
Dave Bautista you printed off as well?
Yeah.
And would you make Dave Bautista fall in love with Jessica Alba?
No,
or
he's a wrestler. He'd be in the wrestling
he'd be
game.
wrestling people.
He'd be wrestling.
And the wrestling never turned amorous?
Never say never.
Right.
Maybe
Right,
once
right,
or
right.
twice.
I think what's happened here...
When you're in the ring with John Cena, stuff's going to happen, do you know what
Yeah. I think
Got
you've confused me for a therapist.
What's your card say, buddy?
What's the most criminal thing you've ever done? Bought drugs, I guess. That is the end.
Cool. Let's all go fucking print off pictures of Batista.